Who ever heard of Little White? Anyone know who Little White is? Oxycontin song. Government regulation has made multi-billionaires out of these pharmaceutical companies. I would say probably more money than that. And the rules are absolutely ridiculous today. Like, you know, I don't even understand it. When shit, let me turn this off so I'm vibrating guys' ear to that thing on my bad. Sorry, forgot to turn it off. All right, it's muted now. Hey, what's up? What's up, John Matrix? But they've created it like the pharmaceutical industry is just totally screwed up. So like, I don't even get. I don't care what you put in your body, right? If you want to put in your body, as long as you know the risks of it. Like, and as an example, when I was a kid, I got addicted to Oxycontins. I was a kid. I was 17 when I started getting prescribed those things. Like, my parents didn't even go to the doctor with me. I just go to the doctor myself. The doctor gave them to me, give them some medicine. When I first started taking them, I actually got addicted to Tylenol. When I first started taking them, I wouldn't even take them. My ex-wife would put them in Kool-Aid because I was in a bunch of pain. I got hit by a car and broke my back. I was all laid up on the couch and shit. She's like, "Here, take these." I'm like, "No, I'm cool. I ain't gonna take them." And then she started putting them on my Kool-Aid. I was like, "Wait, I'm feeling way better." She asked me, she's like, "How you feel?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck, I'm feeling great." She's like, "Well, I gave you some of your medicine." I was like, "Whoa, that's how it makes you feel." Okay, cool. Give me some more. And just kind of went down that path, and then started getting prescribed Oxycontin. Anyway, long story. So back then, and I'm part of the reason why shit is the way it is now, but it shouldn't be the way it is now. So back then, you could go doctor shopping. Like, you could go 3 or 4 doctors, get prescriptions, and just have them filled. There's a system to it. You had to follow the system. So, like, you couldn't have 2 prescriptions filled at CVS or Walgreens. Back then, they wasn't combined. Now they can see everything. But back then, they couldn't. So, you could go to CVS, have one filled, go to Walgreens, have one filled, go to mom and pop store, have one filled. You could go to 15 mom and pop stores to have them filled. Nobody would ever know. But they was just handing them out like candy, too. But today, it's so fucked up. I get prescribed a drug called Neurontin, gabapentin. It is an addictive drug. Your body does become addicted to it. Without it, you will have detoxes similar to opiate withdrawal. On the months that I get 3 refills. So I get a prescription that comes like 2 or 3 refills. But anyway, on the months where I have to call in and say, "Hey, I need this refilled," I call my doctor. My doctor calls in a new prescription. Every time it's a problem. It's not really a problem. They just, they always want to say something stupid like I'm a drug addict or something. Like, "Well, you can't have this filled till the 22nd. I'm like, "Well, yeah, I know, you dumbasses. Today's the 18th. Tomorrow's the 19th. I told you tomorrow would be the soonest I could pick it up." I was like, "But you do realize people got lives to live, right? If I'm out and about today, it's easier for me to get it today while I'm out and about, or tomorrow, than it is for me to wait until the 22nd and get it." Like, who's buying this shit? That's what I want to know. Who's buying Neurontin today? That they are stricter today about Neurontin than they were in the late 90s with Oxycontin when it comes to prescribe, like what they will prescribe, when they will prescribe it, how much, whatever. And what's funny is that the rules only apply by which pharmacist you get a hold of. Because at one time, I could just call my pharmacy and be like, "I'm coming to get this." It wouldn't matter if it was 3 weeks early. They'd still, you know what I mean? I just pay cash for it. They're like, "Okay." But now, I guess with the new government regulations that have come down the past 6 or 8 months, they cannot prescribe me my medication until the day it's due. Which I know, like, you probably don't see how it causes a problem, but it just causes issues. I don't like it in my car if I don't have to and drive it all the way to the pharmacy 10 miles away. If I'm out and about and it's a day early, who gives a shit? But it's designed around making people rich, because realistically, they know if people want the shit, they're going to get it anyway. But unless, most people anyway, unless you're a law-abiding citizen, then you may not. What are you doing? You going with us? Oh, my God.
I'm going to leave these here because I want to take pictures when I get
I
back.
start the motorcycle before we go.
Can you start the motorcycle before we go?
Yeah,
No, come on, let's go.
Mom said no. I was going to let you. Mom screwed it up. I'm just kidding. Why don't you start when we get back, buddy?
I want to get back.
Silas is addicted to starting things. I did. It's all right. They can take it out when they get back. Jesus Christ.
Just go grab it.
But they've created a situation where it's the bureaucrats and the politicians, the lobbyists, and the pharmaceutical companies making billions and billions of dollars off of medicines that you could acquire otherwise at a cheaper rate if all the regulations didn't exist. I mean, look at Mexico. Mexico is nothing like what people say it is. So like when was we down there? In 04?
5.
05. So even in 05, you couldn't just go to Mexico and just walk into the pharmacy and buy Percocets. People said you could, but you couldn't. We tried. We did it. But the regulations are not so much down there where you couldn't make it happen. So I made it happen while we were in Mexico. But it wasn't just like you could just walk into any pharmacy and they'd sell you whatever you wanted. It wasn't how it worked. And it wasn't cheap in Tijuana or within, miles of the border. It was cheaper to buy the shit in some of the shit in the United States as it was down there. Not all of it, some of it. But you could buy Xanaxes over the counter down there at the time. Could we buy? Was I buying
Vicodin.
I could buy Xanax and Vicodin over the counter, right? But I couldn't buy Oxycontin over the counter. I had to buy them out the back door. Right.
Remember the.
But if you are
You're good.
why does a doctor if a doctor doesn't know how much pain I'm in? If I wanted to eat Percocets until I fell over dead because I'm in so much pain, I don't have the right to do that.
No,
And why not?
You ready?
Yeah, like getting pain meds today is ridiculous. Hey, Mr. Johnson, how are you? I still haven't cashed that check, Missy. Get that check. I'll cash it. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at that. I know why you were concerned about it because when I give somebody, well, I don't give checks out anymore, but like when if I charge something on my bank account and it doesn't pop up immediately, it screws me all up. I know.
Yeah.
What?
Since we're not going to.
I'm on a live stream. Wait till we get back. I'm sorry. But it is. It's a pain in the ass. And they made it. This is what my dad did. About a few boxes of it. Yeah, you can get antibiotics down there, but like at one time you could go to Mexico and you could buy whatever you wanted over the pharmacy. The government relied on the pharmacy to distribute the shit, and like for a lot of things you had to have a prescription. We went to Mexico and I bought $10,000 worth of Oxycontins, Xanaxes, and I forget what else we bought. Percocets. I bought a whole bunch of shit. I mean, like, the little double deuce bags that you buy. This was years ago, guys. This wasn't any time recently, I assure you. Then like bags of like 22s come in if you buy them at the store. They fold them over and staple them once. Like we had like 4 bags of those filled with pills, man. It was insane. But I think that's a better system. I mean, people are going to abuse it and people are going to die from it. But I think less people would die if the system was that way today than they would if not, because now people are they're dying for the bullshit that they put in all the drugs. I mean, let's take pain meds for an example. You have pain meds. Stick on my car.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna run the bank. I don't want to run the bank.
Who's your operator?
What?
Can you run a break?
Can you what?
Can you drop me off here before you go to the bank?
Do you run shit?
No,
Who runs shit?
If you're coming, you're
Who
on
runs
the
shit?
ride.
Who runs shit? Say it. Hey. Who runs shit? Mom. You got the garage door opener?
I gave it to you. I hung it
Oh,
on your
the
hand.
people that take pain meds, I'm sorry, guys. I always try. I'm trying to do too many things at one time. The people that take pain meds have it really bad, man. Especially when it comes to refills, when it just comes to getting your prescription. You can't even, your doctor cannot even call you in pain meds. You have to physically go get the prescription. What? Flip it up. Look at that bug. Watch out. So I can throw it out so don't get you. Oh, it's a dead skin. He's dead. He's a dead skin. Come on. But, like, what if you're a 7-year-old lady that can't drive to your doctor and get a prescription? They don't give a shit. And they can do it electronically today. They just choose not to. It's just easier to make you have to go through the freaking hoops of it. And it's bullshit. And that shit needs to change. You got a tissue?
Yeah. Where are we going first?
I don't know where we're going. I thought we were going to the grocery store.
We are. So, are you going to do this first?
I don't even know if I can do that over here. I got to drive all the way to my bank to do that. I'll
On Eastgate?
do that tomorrow. No, over here in Evendale.
Oh, okay. But that's in here now, so.
Yeah, it's in my car now. I'll get it taken care of, Missy. But it's complete bullshit. And the end game is just for somebody to make money, and it ain't you. And these people make billions of dollars off of this shit. When there's a cheaper way to do it, far cheaper. There's no difference in eating a Percocet and doing heroin. There's no difference in the two. If you ate heroin, it'd be no different than eating a Percocet, except for the fact that they stopped the shit out of it now, and it's not heroin because of government regulation. Like government, anytime government sticks their hands in anything, it screws it up. And they screwed this shit out of the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, look, you used to be able to buy heroin through the Sears catalog, cocaine and shit. And they decided that was a bad idea because government couldn't make money off of it. I mean, Coca-Cola, when it first started, and this is true, it had cocaine in it. Coca-Cola. That's said to be a myth, depending on which fact checker you ask, but it's not. It was true. Coca-Cola had cocaine in their ingredients. And then the idea was to get people addicted, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with an ingredient, put it in something in order to get somebody addicted to something. But if somebody wants to eat all the Percocets in the world, more power to them. Who gives a shit? Percocets make you feel good. I mean, the older you get, you could probably live forever if you could just take whatever drugs you wanted to take. Probably not. But you'd feel damn well when you went out. And then they don't want to, they don't want to give you certain drugs. They just don't want to give you shit that you need. Like, I know what I need before anybody. I don't try to get drugs. I could probably call my doctor right now and say, hey, I need whatever. And I'm sure he might make me come in, but he would still probably give it to me. Because I'm not interested in drugs. He's tried to give me drugs before. I forget what I do, and he tried to give me Percocets. I told him I didn't want them.
Who?
Dr. Geller.
I don't know. They tried to give me for mouth. I'm like, no, thank you.
Yeah, he tried to give me a bunch of Percocets one time for something. I hurt myself or did something. I went there just to get a referral. And he's like, here's some, gave me a prescription. I was like, I don't want those. He just kind of looked at me real funny. Like, you don't want them? I was like, yeah, I ain't got no use for them, man. I'm cool. Because I know better. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to get them, or you shouldn't be able to take them. But if I needed them today, why can't I walk? Shouldn't I be able to walk in the Kroger's?
People actually need told what to do. I said people actually need told what to do.
They even need to be able to told what medicine they should take.
Well, yeah, and that's just the thing. Like when I used to work, like in retail, for instance, and we had to pull something off the shelf because it was recalled, like a nightlight. Oh, some dude stuck it in his mouth and didn't. What?
Right.
So now we can't sell them because some idiot.
It's all some bullshit.
Are you serious?
It's all some bullshit. Yeah. But I know what I need. If I hurt, I know what my pain tolerance is. I happen to know about how much of something I can take. Just like that. I got in the car accident in 2016. Listen, people, when I say I was in pain, at first I didn't even want any pain medicine. I was cool. I thought I was fine. Didn't I?
Yeah.
I thought I was fine. I didn't know anything was wrong with me, but I was suffering from an adrenaline surge. But once it started hitting me, I was like, whoa, wait a second. Well, they gave me pain meds, and they're like, it didn't affect me at all, zero. And I tried to explain to them, I have an abnormally high tolerance for opiates. We don't have to go into why, I just do. This is what I'm telling them.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, sir, we already gave you pain meds. I was like, well, fuck you, if you ain't gonna help me, I'll just go home. If I gotta be in pain, I'll just go home. They're like, well, you can't, sir. Your back's fucked up, and your pelvis is shattered, and your hip is dislocated. I was like, you don't know me. I'll army crawl out of this bitch. I tried to too. But they wanted to give me more medicine, and they made me comfortable, and that was all I wanted. But there's no reason why today, in today's United States, that you shouldn't be able to be comfortable. I don't give a shit if it's pain, like physical pain. I don't care if it's mental pain. I don't care if your tummy aches. I don't care if your butthole hurts. I don't care what it is. There's no reason why you should have to go pay hundreds of dollars to see a doctor so he can write a note so you can go get what you need from the pharmacy when you just know what you need anyway. And I'm not saying all people know that or can do that, but they have the option, if they don't know what they need, to go their ass to the doctor and ask the doctor what they need. I'm not that guy. If something's wrong with you, there's a pretty good chance if there's a medicine for it, I could probably tell you what it is. I can probably be a pharmacist. I probably just have to go and learn how to mix all the, what do they call it when they mix the drugs?
I don't know.
No, the pharmacy. They call it something.
I don't know.
Not all pharmacies mix drugs.
Oh, that person.
Yeah, but whatever.
I don't
That's
know.
all I had to learn how to do.
Mixologist.
And I'd be a pharmacist. I mean, I was a street pharmacist for years. That has to count towards something. Yeah, excuse me, compound. But what do they call it? What is that dude's job called? I forget. I just read it yesterday at a pharmacy too. But it's ridiculous. I can go to the store and buy alcohol. I can go buy cigarettes. I can go buy Big Macs, but I can't go buy something that can improve my life through pain management, whether it be, like I said, mental pain, whatever. I mean, I know people. I mean, at one time, Xanaxes were a great friend of mine. And I needed them a lot of the time. Some of the time I didn't. Some of the time I used them, I abused them. But there's been some times where, it made my day way better. And if that is there available, why don't you have the right to go? What? It's called something else. But why don't you have the right to make yourself feel better? Because it's about money. I mean, look at all the money involved in that. If you need, like my doctor, my pharmacy won't fill Tylenol early. And I'm not being funny. They won't fill Tylenol early. They're a bunch of jackasses. But all people do is, and they don't realize this. Like me, if I was really that pressed about it, let's say that I had some Percocets and I need to refill. Let's just, for example, I don't. Let's just say I did. And the pharmacy said, we're not going to fill these. Okay. And I'll go buy them somewhere else. So, I mean, it's just about money. It comes back to the same thing. Hold on, I'll wipe this off. Weed, the cure for all. I don't agree with that, man, because when I smoke, I haven't smoked weed probably, God, it's probably been at least 10 years since I've even hit a joint. And before that, it was probably 10 years before that. Like, I was that dude in school, in high school, even as an adult. What? Yeah, vegetables, yeah. Chris would say, like, it was a privilege to be able to smoke weed with me because I don't smoke. So, like, I can literally smoke or look at the wall and laugh for 4 hours. I can look at a brick wall and find something to laugh about for hours. And then I get really hungry and go spend a lot of money on food.
What is that?
It's some kind of peach pie. I don't like pie. But no, I don't. But weed's not for me, man. I'm not a weed dude. I like real drugs when I do them, when I'm allowed to do them. What? When I have done them, I don't do them anymore. What?
Are the onions gone?
I don't know. I don't cook. You're a cook. You're the chef. Buy some food. Cook, woman.
How did you walk out with a broken back, shattered pelvis?
Because I'm Iron Man. Ask your mom.
I know.
But
How
I didn't walk out. I didn't wind up leaving. They wound up medicating me, so I couldn't leave.
So basically drug.
I tried. I stood up, put my pants on, back on, and everything. I had your mom go get me a pair of hospital pants. I was leaving.
So they basically forced the drugs to stay there.
No, they did what I wanted them to do. They made me comfortable. I don't care. But my family, I don't ever hear from my family. We don't talk to each other. We'll go days without talking to each other until I turn on the camera. I turn on the live stream. It's like, hey, everybody's got to talk. What's your letter going? Sorry, depression, being across the pain. Some days like this, wish I could do it. Hey, T Black, I know what you're saying 100%. I get it. 1,000% I get it. I'm not saying I'm in as much pain as you are, but like I live with constant pain. Like some days I wake up in the morning, it takes me an hour to get out of bed. And that's after, eat medicine and kind of roll, you know what I mean? Like I get it. But you shouldn't have to suffer with that. There's no reason in the world why you should have to deal with that when you don't have to. The problem isn't addiction. That's not the problem. The problem is the inability to get what you need. That is the problem. Just like diabetics. Let's take diabetics as an example. I know people are going to say, well, they're diabetics, Nick. They can't do nothing about it. Well, bullshit. Oh, it's my dad. I gotta call him back. Hold on, hang on. Call you back. Diabetics. I don't care. Type 2 diabetics. probably made themselves diabetics. I mean, it probably happened because they ate so much goddamn much junk food. But we're going to keep them alive with insulin because, let's feel bad for them. I want to try one of these. I heard these are really good. Does anybody ever eat dragon fruit? Anybody?
Wait. No.
I heard they're really good. I'm going to try one. Dragon fruit. Has anybody ever ate it? It's got it looks like a white Hershey thing inside. Smoke will make you hurt. Probably light up your nose. But, yeah, smoking makes me hurt too, man, 'cause I laugh so fucking hard. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. I do. I laugh so hard, like, you don't understand. If I ever get around y'all, I'll smoke weed once just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It's funny. Huh? I know, I'm on a kid. You see my foot? You ever do drugs, I'm gonna shove in your ass. You should know all the bad shit that comes from what Dad's told you.
I can expect on. How did you crash?
How'd I crash?
Yeah.
I was driving down the road and we were going through all the court stuff when Daddy was in golf ball stuff, and I just kind of spaced out. So I remember seeing the speed limit sign and it said speed up because I was going 35 and it said 55. So I matted it, and then I hit something when I was going about 90. I just kind of. You ever remember last night how you were sitting there and you were just like, and your mom was like, Silas, you wouldn't answer because you were spaced out? Same thing. I was driving though.
Oh, so it hurt more than what I.
No, when I wrecked it didn't hurt at all, buddy. My pelvis was broke, my back was broke, and I don't care. My back was broke and my shoulder was messed up, my leg was broke, I had a head injury, but it didn't hurt because of the adrenaline.
Yeah.
But then once that wore off, it was all bad.
Yeah.
But there's no reason why anyway, the point is that you are in pain today, not because you have to be in pain, T Black, but because of money. That's why you're in pain. And it's absolutely ridiculous that you can go buy what you need on the street today, but you can't get it from the pharmacy. And they know it happens. They know it happens. Like, I haven't dealt in pills in years. I haven't dealt any kind of drugs in years and years and years. At least,
20.
what, 2001? At least. Well, I'm talking about selling. Well, no, I can't say that. We can say 5 years. I've been sober 5 years. But I guarantee I can get on the phone right now, and in 5 minutes I could probably have any kind of pharmaceutical that anybody needed. So if we know that this happens, we know that it's possible, we know that people do it, why have the system in place that makes you have to suffer because of what I might do? That's total bullshit. And like I said, the problem isn't that you get addicted to drugs. The problem is the lack of being able to satisfy that addiction. So if I'm addicted to Percocet, as long as I can get the Percocets, everything's good. I eat them, I get up, I go to work, I do what I got to do, whatever. Right? So the problem becomes is not being able to get them, which again is a government regulation problem. It's government making the tell you the shit that it doesn't, it shouldn't have nothing to do with. Total bullshit. Dragon fruit is a cactus. I've heard about, I've seen about it somewhere, and I was like, man, I want to try that. It just like, because I don't like fruits and stuff. I mean, I do, but I don't. I need to eat more of them. Let's just say that.
I'm gonna get this and
I don't. Whatever you want. I'm alive, baby.
Oh,
Here.
I want the cake
Right
ones.
here.
Get 2. I'm not even playing. Get 2.
You're gonna be. You gonna trying to fatten up for me finally?
Some right now.
You're eating some right now, walking through Kroger's.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
But it's bullshit. But you can't change it, and you can't change it because the lobbyists and the politicians make so much money from it. You're never going to change that. But I mean, you live in the freest country in the world where you're not even free to make your life better. And they could. There's medications out there, T Black, right now, I promise you, or a combination of medicines that would make you either A, not feel the pain, or B, not give a shit about it. Either way, you're living life better. And like, let's just say that, that taking that medication takes years off your life. Listen, I get it. I get the pain you're in. And here's what I would say. If I could wake up every day for the next, let's just say I had 20 years left to live. 20 years left to live. And I could wake up every day for the next 10 years pain-free. But I died in 10 years. I'd take that deal. I'd live 10 without pain before I'd want to live 20 with it. But people don't understand that shit. Triple luxury, Joe, cheap life, and how to get rid of it. Dude, like, weed don't work for everybody though, man. Like, weed don't work as a painkiller for me. Like I said, I haven't smoked in years, but it actually causes me more pain because I laugh so freaking hard. Take edibles and concentrate with breathing. Yeah, I'm good on the weed tip, guys. THC is not my friend. Like y'all don't understand. Yep, went to my doctor for 12 years. He referred me to a pain clinic in March. Now I go to people that don't know me. Yeah, T Black, and that's another problem. They scare these family doctors so badly that they don't want to prescribe you shit. Look, listen, when OxyContins first came out, I was getting 120 40 milligram OxyContins from my family doctor a month. And I was going to a pain clinic. And like, I get it. I understand I'm part of the reason why why things are the way they are. Right? They shouldn't be the way they are because of me. Things should be the way I was doing. I satisfied my needs. But it was there. That market was only there. The only reason I did that was because the market was there because of the government's restrictions that were in place. If those restrictions didn't exist and people could just buy whatever they wanted, there would be no need for me to have went to 3 or 4 doctors and get the same medicines to then sell to other people. You know what I mean? This is complete bullshit. I feel bad for you, T Black. I do. I mean, I actually know somebody that goes to the doctor and gets meds for somebody whose doctor won't give them meds. The doctor will give this person meds who just takes the whole prescription and gives it to somebody else, but won't give the person who needs it the meds. It's just not. They've been doing it for like 2 years now, and the person don't charge the other person anything. It's just it's like they're friends. That's why they do it. Like I told you, we're not getting caught doing that shit.
Are we gonna make any things nice?
Y'all just shop, and I'm gonna stand back here and do my thing. I don't care what we eat. Food. I'm gonna walk with you. Whatever you cook, I'm eating. I'm a fat kid. Hey, get the Mexican stuff. Mexican taco soup.
No. Oh, I have to go back and find out. Hold on.
Can we taco?
It's too soon for taco soup.
What?
It's too soon for taco soup right now.
No, I'm talking about fish taco.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
It's never too soon for taco soup, Christy.
Right now, I can't think about it.
Get your damn ingredients. You can make it this weekend. So how do you do it? What do you do about T Black? So now your options are limited. So weed doesn't help me. Okay, I gotta get everybody's answer to the problem is weed. Weed doesn't help everybody. No, it definitely doesn't help me at all. So you have the right to put in your body what you want to put in your body, but I don't have the right to put in my body what I want to put in my body. I think if it's available, I think that we should be able to put whatever the hell we want into our own bodies. And if the laws, regulations, and other bullshit wasn't the way it was, I don't think that things would be the problem that they were. I mean, if heroin was made illegal today or made legal today, would you just start shooting heroin? Probably not. Some people would just because they're stupid, but probably not. But then you wouldn't have a problem requiring heroin. The problem with heroin addiction is funding it. That's the problem with it. Funding it and acquiring it. If you didn't have the problem doing that, so like there was just a constant supply of it, you could just go to the pharmacy and buy a gram for $20 and it would last you 5 days or whatever it is, 4 days or half a day or whatever that may be. There wouldn't be the problems that there is today. The problem becomes with like addicts. The reason they don't eat is because they spend all their money on drugs. They're too busy running around trying to get money for drugs.
When you get home, we got 2 of everything, right? Of all the cans of everything. So I think I do have enough.
I just lost. I totally forgot what I was talking about now.
I'm sorry. Which one do you guys like over here? This one right here?
I'm all the kids, Christy. But I think it's bullshit, and you all should. You should be able to have the options to buy whatever you want to buy. I don't give a shit if Xanax is your thing. Just please don't drive. I'd rather see somebody eat a Xanax than drink a beer. A 6-pack of beer. Beer is the most harmful drug on the planet. And I'm going to show you why. Let's say Nick has an alcohol addiction. Let's say Nick's got a heroin addiction, and I'm trying to quit. I can sit at my house. I don't have to get the cash from the bank or from the ATM. I don't have to get up and call my dope boy. I don't have to go meet him somewhere. I don't have to wait on his punk ass because they always make you wait. So there's 3 or 4 things that steps I have to take in order to get this. Now let's pretend I'm an alcoholic. I go to the grocery store to get, I'm not walking all the way down there. I go to the grocery store to get food, and bam, there's my drug of choice. Why? Because there's not really a way to tax it. people think it's easier for people to pay the tax than it is for people to make themselves. Prohibition is the perfect example of this. All right, you're going to say we can't make it. Well, we have the shit to make it here, so we're going to make it. We're not going to pay you your tax. We're just going to make it. We're going to sell it on the black market. Now, like things like opium and heroin and shit would be different because there's not a lot of people growing poppy plants in the U.S. Was it illegal to grow poppies in the U.S.? I bet it is.
What?
I'm talking to my phone.
Poppers. Who's it?
What's that?
Sweet chili sauce.
For what?
Dip poppers.
Huh?
Poppers.
Dipping poppers. You know how we run out?
I don't think it's chili sauce. It's like jelly stuff. Ooh, sweet and sour meatballs. Mmm.
I had to write down everything. Oh, we got jelly. We got the lemon. We need the Heinz.
Need,
The hamburger and onions. I already got
you
the
need
onions.
chili sauce. You guys
This?
ever eat sweet and sour meatballs?
It's not this.
In August
not
when
sweet chili.
Liberty Williams comes out. No, it's
Heinz
chili sauce. Heinz chili
Yeah.
sauce.
But this is what you dip it in.
We should all need to get together in August somewhere, whether we got to go to Tennessee or whatever. Maybe we'll do it. We'll call Liberty Williams tonight to see if maybe we all just take a trip to Tennessee or something. Because I want T Black and Greg to come,
Oh, I've loved the
but
little packages.
she can't leave her dogs. You can bring your dogs with you. If we go to Travis's that weekend, we're taking our dogs. I'm gonna take the fours and everything. We'll go up there and race hell. Run all over the fields with full of dirt bikes and get drunk and act wild and start fires.
The
And,
big ones.
Huh?
They just seem like the big ones.
but it's bullshit. Regardless, it's bullshit. And it's all about money. That's all it's about. The whole pharmaceutical industry is all about money. That's all it's about. I mean, they create medicines to help people, but then the people can't help people because they can't get the medicines because the doctors are afraid to prescribe the medicine, so they do shit like send you to pain clinics, and the pain clinics don't want to be assholes and drug test you and all this other bullshit. What? Just buy the shit. Who gives a shit? Why can't you go buy it? That's what you should be able to do because there's no money in you being free to do something. There's no money in that. There's no money in not having to ask permission. And it's bullshit. It's complete bullshit. I disagree with it totally. If you want to do drugs, more power to you. Drugs are not my thing anymore. They were my thing at one time, but they're not my thing anymore. But if you want to do them, I don't care. Do what you want to do. Somebody who is high from heroin, depending on the person, but just like alcohol, depending on the person. Not everybody that uses heroin is a threat to people driving down the road. Just like everybody that drinks alcohol is not a threat to people driving down the road. And I know some people are going to disagree with that, but it's just, there's people that like to feel better, so they use, and then there's people that want to try to kill themselves every time that they use. So, sorry about that. I think I'm gonna get some fish and try fish because I don't eat fish. I think I'm going to today. I gotta start learning to eat it. I think we should get some fish.
Yeah, fish tacos. Salmon tacos.
No, I want to try
We've got some tilapia at home.
So, yeah.
I want real fish. I don't want the processed shit off the ship in Alaska fish.
Yeah, it's filet. It's filet.
The liquid cane does not
What
grow.
about the Oreo
It's
cake?
altered weed just grows.
Man.
Well, I mean, Missy, there's some truth to that, and then some not truth. A lot of the weed strands that you see today have been altered by man in order to make them stronger, or they wouldn't be as strong as they were.
The cake or the
I don't know.
brownies?
I don't know. And who cares? I mean, you don't have the right to put something in your body that you want to put in your body. So, you know what I mean? If you want to put something in your body, why not? It's your body. Who cares? And like I said, most of the weed today, especially the medical grade marijuana and shit like that, all that's been altered. It's all been altered by man. I would venture to say that there's probably not a strain of weed today on the planet that hasn't been altered by man, unless you just find it randomly growing out in the field somewhere, which it's not going to happen because it's not indigenous to this country, I don't believe. Is weed indigenous to the United States? Who cares? Who cares what people? I'm not saying that was your argument. I didn't even see your all's conversation. I just seen where you said that weed just grows and shit. Well, I mean, poppy plants just grows and shit too, and then I get it and I do my thing, and then it becomes heroin. You can actually make heroin out of a lot of things. You can, heroin-like substances. There's people that cook codeine down. And Poppies are legal to grow. Cutting to harvest opium is illegal. More than 1/4 acres is illegal. No shit. Huh. That's pretty. I'm not a fish dude. I've never been a fish eater, but then again, I've never been a bean eater either. And I ate beans at Travis's house, and now I'm in love with this stuff called taco soup. And guys, you got to try it. I want to ask him if I can put it out on my thing, but I want to cook some fish and see how I like it, because I was thinking last night, like, I need to start eating healthier. And number one, number two, I need to. I'm not a fish dude, but I can acclimate myself to something. So I need to get a little chunk of fish and cook it on the grill. That sounds like a plan. That's what we're gonna do. What is that? Catfish? It's catfish fillet, catfish nuggets, tilapia fillet, red snapper, ocean perch. What's the best, guys? Let me know what you get here. So here's my options. Salmon just don't look good for some reason. White lake bass fillet, Atlantic salmon, lambic salmon, Pacific cod loins, cod fillet, catfish nuggets, catfish fillet, tilapia fillet, red snapper fillet, ocean perch fillet. Look how big the catfish. Oh shit! Look how big them catfishes be. Yeah, I just gotta start eating healthier, man. Cause I eat a lot of. I don't eat a lot of junk food. I'm good, man. I'm just browsing. I'll be back. I gotta wait for my wife. But I need to start eating healthier, because, like, I don't know, because, like, when you work out, you feel better. And I haven't been. I got lazy for a long time. I still got my gym membership though. Not that I use it. I need to. I just haven't really truthfully had time. I have. If I've dicked off and haven't used it. It's like my house. My house should be done right now. And I'm aggravated that it's not. But it's about to be. I'm going to go home tonight. I should, hopefully to God, be finished with everything but one wall of my house painting tonight. And then I just had the outside done, and we got to get all that shit out of there. And that's the problem, is we're trying to go through it all. We don't know what we're going to take with us. But we still at least have to get enough shit out of there where it looks like, you know, Homerama style, presentable, where people can look at it. Plus, we have to have the carpets clean too. So, paint the outside, paint one wall, because in my bedroom, my bed is so heavy that I'm not going to tear it apart just to paint, to put it back together, so we can sleep on it, so we can then sell it, so I can then take it back apart again, or my garage. So my bedroom and my garage is not getting painted until we leave, with the exception of one wall in my bedroom. We're painting one wall in my bedroom. Excuse me. And that way I can just say, hey, I'll paint these other three walls when we get everything out of here if we sell it. And we got to sell it. We have another option but to sell it. Anyway, people, do what you do. I don't care what you do. Buy whatever drugs you buy. Matter of fact, you know, I'm not telling you to break the law. I'm not telling you to be dangerous. I'm not telling you to live your life or any shit like that. But what I am saying is, if you need Percocets to make you feel better, your life, and you can enjoy your life, go buy you some Percocets. That's bullshit that you had to buy them at the Pharmaceutical. Complete bullshit. And it's because of government money, man. It's all about money. Some asshole, some lobbyists, you know, some pharmaceutical lobbyists come in there and say, hey, if you make it illegal to do this, or if you put in this regulation, I'll give you this amount of money. Did you give me some of those?
Yep.
All right, come on, let's go.
But we still need a few more things.
What?
We still need a few more things.
I'm starving.
Yeah.
You're not starving. I was going to take you out to Wednesday. Mommy said no.
What?
Oh, I said no. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
He woke me up this morning at 6 o'clock this morning. My brother's right at 4. What? Can you what? Call Uncle Wayne so you can stay at night with him out there, and he's got to ride around in circles for 2 days. You never want to spend the night with Uncle Wayne any other time. You don't think he's going to be a little mad? He might be like, well, you never want to spend the night with me any other time. But now you want to spend the night with me? You don't think he's going to know something's up there?
No, but it's true. I'll cut off like little branches.
You'll cut off little branches? You're going to go out there and you're going to help me cut that whole tree up. I'll cut it up and you're going to have to carry all the logs, okay? Never tried orange roughly, but perch is good. Be careful if you don't know what you're getting. Yeah, I know, Matrix. You are truthful about that, man, because there's a lot of people, like, and because of the regulations, they get away with it. They're pressing, Percocets and Xanaxes and all kinds of shit. And every one of them, they put fentanyl in. Every one of them. Because fentanyl is the cure. Fentanyl is the catch-all. Like, it'll get you so high, you'll think that you are high from however you want it to be. Like, I know somebody recently that had said that, just somebody I know had started. They relapsed and they started using again, and like I feel bad for them, but it is what it is. It's like I told him I can't go around you, dude. I ain't hanging out with you doing that shit. But he said that I guess somebody he knew got some pressed Xanax bars, or somebody had pressed them, and somebody wanted to overdose off of them. But all that is because of government regulation. If the medication was readily available for people, that shit wouldn't be happening, man. It wouldn't happen. Because it would be, you could go to the pharmacy and get it. How many people died from overdosing off of substances that wasn't the substance they believed it was because of shit like that? When they could be alive today and living well and happy if they could have just went to their pharmacy and got it. Regardless, the government bullshit needs to stop. It's gone way too damn far, especially now, where they cannot give you a bottle of Neurontin until the day of your shit's due. I'm like, well, what if I can't be there? What if I got to live a life? What if I, whatever. What if I don't want to come out that day? And they just, well, we can't do nothing about it, sir. You're fucked. Okay. So ridiculous. I've seen people screw their entire lives up at the casino. Yeah, I had to play games with doctors every month that were paying us. Yeah, Julie, it's bullshit, Julie. 100% is bullshit. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. And they wonder, well, it's a, okay, so hear me out. Remind me, it's about the excuse of, the excuse for need. So, we feed the welfare recipients, so a lot of them commit crime. I'm not saying all do it, but some commit a bunch of crime, which then justifies the cost within an oppressed you. It's the same thing with that. It's the same thing with that shit. Playing those games with those doctors is complete bullshit. Wanting you to drug test and shit. Fuck you, I don't drug test for you. I ain't taking a drug test for you. I want to take a drug test for a job. Like, I refuse to. And if it's like a great job and I have to take a drug test for it, it's not because I do drugs either. It's just because, like, that's an invasion of my private life. If I'm not getting high at work, who gives a shit what I do? Who cares? You drink alcohol on Friday? I used to shoot heroin on Friday. Who cares? I didn't bother nobody. But it's different. They justify what they do because they've been led to believe that it's okay, and it's not. There's no difference in it. There's zero difference in it. And especially when it comes to the pain med. The pain med topic is one that they don't give a fuck about because none of those bastards have been in any type of real pain. All them pricks that make those laws have never been in any type of real pain because if they had, they would have never made those laws. But it's not even about that. And if they have, they accepted that money. They accepted the money. And it's a damn shame. It's a shame that people put money over you, your life, your ability to live your life. And that's why we are where we are. Want me to get some of that sausage to do that one thing we did?
Do what?
However, we're going to grocery shopping. I thought we just get food for tonight.
Well, we're just gonna get a couple of things.
I don't know what to do.
But I feel bad for you, Julie. There's 29 people on here. There's at least 3 on here I know of that have to play games every month with their doctors. That's the principle I would not get you. Who are you? Nobody feel on here 8 hours a day and nobody getting a sample. Yeah, like that's how I feel about it, man. I ain't taking the drug test. They always send me to one. I never go. The last probably 3 jobs I've had, I never took a drug test. Or I never once took a drug test. They sent me to go get one. I just didn't go. And I started work. They never said nothing. Well, I think it's going to be. I'm surprised I haven't seen more of this though. Was in these states that have legalized marijuana. Mary Jane. These people getting hurt on the job and shit, and then how they're going to play that game.
Look at me. See this? Right there.
How they're going to play the game when something is made legal, but it's kept illegal because of. Go ahead, pull it. it's made illegal, so they're going to use it to play their game. Say somebody's going to steal this, Christy. So what John say?
What are you talking about? Do you think this would be good for the steak, chips, and rice? Oh, I need to get
Well, that's not
rice.
true drama matrix at all.
Hold on, stay right here. I gotta get the rice.
It like, okay, so
Can you stay right here?
it's,
So I get
it's
rice?
subjective, right? Yeah, it's subjective, right? So .08, my dad is a functioning alcoholic. He's drank since I was a kid. Every day on his way home from work, he'll grab a 6-pack or a 12-pack of beer, whatever, start drinking it. Bam. He's got one DUI in his life. And he doesn't just drink like one beer on the way home. Like, he'll stop and get a 12-pack and drink 6 of them on the way home. He got a DUI because he left his beer. He went to the store to get more beer and left his beer in the console, and a state voice having to pull up and look at his car, peek in his car. But drunk driving doesn't affect everybody else on the road. It affects everybody else on the road if you wreck. And I'm not saying I agree with drunk driving, but I do agree with people. You know, it's just like the whole C-virus thing. You want to wear a mask? I don't want to wear a mask. We both have to go to the grocery store. We both made the choices that put us at this store. And if I affect you, you participate in making those choices, just like with drunk driving. We all choose to get on the road. Every Friday night at 10 o'clock, you get on the road and there's drunk drivers everywhere. It's just like people carrying guns. So there's somebody walking by you every 30 seconds got a gun on them. DD is a serious, someone in serious pain or anxiety is much more dangerous on the road than someone that's medicated with someone in serious pain or anxiety is much more dangerous on the road than someone who's... Well, I mean, it depends on what degree. Depends to what degree they are. I'm talking about .08, I'm talking drunk. You kill someone and drunk. Well, I mean, and my choices, just like if I choose to kill somebody with a firearm, my choices made that happen. But if I don't kill anybody with a firearm, should they go ahead and take my firearm anyway because of what I could do with the firearm? No. That's pre-crime. I mean, I don't promote drinking and driving, but I do know people that drive. I drive better drunk than I do sober. I mean, when I'm sober, I'm driving 90 miles an hour. Silas looked over yesterday at my speedometer. He said, Dad, the speed limit is 65, and I looked down and I was going 87 or something. So, yeah, when I'm sober, I'm in and out of traffic, freaking 90 miles an hour, no seatbelt on, flipping people off, screaming at people. I'm drunk. I stop at every stop sign. I look both ways. I go to the speed limit. I use turn signals. I got my seatbelt on. I'm a better drunk driver than I drive sober. What's not true? More? Know which one you are. Yeah, know which one you are. That's what it is. It's about taking responsibility for, number one. It's about taking responsibility for yourself. So if I believe that I'm capable of driving and I kill somebody, then that family should have the ability to it's just like anything else. Your choices lead to what happens. And we do that, like those DUI laws, that's pre-crime shit. I mean, let's think about this. There's a far higher likelihood of you making it home safe drinking and driving than wrecking. Think how many people every Friday night, wherever you live at, are driving drinking. Think how many people every Friday night, wherever you live, are driving drunk, wasted drunk. And how many accidents happen. But because of these few fucking idiots can't drive, that should affect us all. This bullshit. And here's the real problem with drunk driving. Here's the problem with it right now. What's the first thing anybody ever says when they get into a car wreck, drinking and driving, and somebody gets hurt or dies? It was the first time I've ever done it. I swear. Well, there's your problem. It's like anything else. You got to practice. You start out with a double deuce, and I'm not condoning drinking and driving, but if you insist on doing it, you got to start out slow and work your way up. Just like anything else, it takes practice. And before long, you'll realize that if you drive in between the two lines to the left, out of the four, you're in the road. There's the reason every alcohol ad says drink responsibly. Yeah. Who's your hero? I may drive like that occasionally, and I'm only a better driver when I have a driver drives 410 times. That wouldn't surprise me. My dad is 60. How old is my dad? 65, 64? 60, 64. He's 64. No, he's about to be 65 in September. My dad, like I said, since I was a kid, I'm 40 years old. Every day after work, every day, my dad buy a 12-pack of beer on the way home from work and drink it and go to bed. He's a functioning alcoholic. On the weekends, he drinks all day long. He got his first DUI about 2 years ago. Not driving down the road. He had a beer can open in the console of his car, and a state boy pulled up to pick out at the gas station. I was like, you unlucky you bastard. I said, you didn't blow, did you? He's like, yeah. I was like, why'd you even tell me you were driving? Tell him the driver took off. Stupid. Well, it's not good for him at all. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with drinking and driving if you can't do it. But like this thing though, where we throw this arbitrary number on something. I mean, let's just say that we say drinking and driving is okay, but drunk driving is not okay. Who decides what drunk driving is? What may, the blood alcohol level in my body that I'm fine may put you on the floor. Like alcohol affects people differently. I know Asians that can't drink alcohol because their body won't metabolize it, gives them a big old bad headache and shit. Be all anyway. As you guys just say. Oh, all right. You're what? Angry fishing. You're way behind, dude. Look up there. There's a. Well, you're not going to know it now because you're way behind. You got way behind somehow.
Are you eating vegetables on?
No.
Tap the little red line up there and push it to the right.
That and the cheese.
Little red dot.
There's no cheese. What do you eat?
But it's all bullshit. It's about money. It's all about revenue. They don't give a shit if you're out killing people. Fuck. If you call government, your government loves you so much today. If you called them today and told them I was suicidal, they would come kill me, so I couldn't kill myself. It's about money. Everything is. It's about regulation. It's about living by
lime?
or else's. Or else. You will do as we were told, or else. No, okay, whatever. You can try that shit. I mean, I drank and drove for years, and I never killed nobody. I never even got a ticket for it. Well, the 15-year-old daughter got pulled over for not having headlights on. Why? Her mom, ex-wife, was she drunk, and they just let my daughter out of home. Ex didn't get in trouble at all. Well, fuck, that's a good thing, Steven. I ain't bitching about that, bro. I'd be happy as hell. I'd let my 9-year-old drive if he wouldn't get in trouble. He's a good little driver. My 14-year-old's too. Agree to disagree on some things. But no, it's not valid. We don't though. When it comes to freedom, there's no agreeing to disagreeing. You're either free or you're not. There's no agreeing to disagree on that. You're either free to do whatever you choose, but freedom has consequences. I choose to drink and drive, I make it home. Cool, I made it home. I choose to drink and drive, I kill somebody. Then I take the consequences of killing that person. That person accepted those risks when they got on the road, knowing that people could drink and drive. It's freedom. So you're either free or you're not. One of the two. And like I said, I don't promote it. I don't think it's, I don't think drinking and driving is a great ideal today. But there's certain risks you accept with being free. One of those is you might get fucking nailed by a drunk driver today. Took Sally back for the bar. Lost his license or driver over 21. Doesn't say sober. It's a good thing. Oh, she had her temps. Is that what you're saying? She was wasted in Ohio, they have to be sober. Can't be, because I actually know somebody got in trouble for that. Listen, if you don't talk to me 37 times when I get home, I'm whooping your ass before you go to bed.
Wait a minute, where's the birdie stuff?
I'm starving. What are you guys munching on?
Here, some of these.
What are those? Huh?
Okay.
Open it up. Ew, it don't feel good. It feels like, yeah.
No, it's because it's hot.
Huh?
So it's like it's hot.
I don't know. Nope, I see him hanging over there.
Over here?
Way over there. I'll go get some.
Can we not eat them all, Dad?
Can we not eat them all? What are you talking about? You're sitting there shoving your face full of them.
I've got 2.
I'll go grab some. And that's the problem. People always want to tell other people they can or cannot do. Fuck that. You live your life. make the best choices you can, live by the golden rule. Excuse me. And if you screw up somebody else's, you impede on somebody else's freedom, pay the consequences. But there should be the consequences you see today, because our entire criminal justice system is completely unconstitutional bullshit. It's government controlling the population, and the shit needs to stop. Is bamboo spears? Does anybody know, are these kebab things? Which government understood that? Julie. What Julie say? Many of us have guns, most of us don't. Act recklessly with them. I don't need regulations to understand gun safety. The same goes with drugs. Right, Julie, right, 100%. It goes with everything. It goes with everything. I mean, anything, too much of anything is like, too much of anything is bad, right? So, but see here, we're running into the same conversation here with the alcohol, okay? Drunk drivers shouldn't be able to drive, that we are with gun ownership. I'm a firm believer in everybody has the right to protect themselves from other people and from government. I don't care if you, like I said, I've said it before, I don't care if you murked a whole school full of fucking kids. I'm sorry, I didn't cuss. 20 years ago. If they let you out of prison before you were ready to be in society full time, well, that's a sentencing issue, not a gun issue. But people, we've been conditioned to believe that it's a gun issue. It's a gun issue. I had literally had somebody the other day tell me, I'm not shitting you, swear to God, about fell over when I read it. Well, when you run into a child rapist and who's teaching at your kid's school, it started out about guns, and that's where it went to. And I said, wait, why would I be running into a child rapist? If they raped a child, why would you ever put that person back on the planet? This is the screwed up thing. You get a gun case and they'll lock you up forever. There's people sitting in prison doing life sentences. Not that pretend life bullshit. Full real life sentences. Like they're never coming home for non-violent drug offenses in this country. There's people doing life sentences over weed in this country right now today in the federal system.
Okay, that's
Child rapist. I know somebody that. How many girls did he molest?
Who?
Nate.
There was a couple, I'm not sure.
At least a couple. Molested at least a couple. One of them being his niece, my buddy's daughter. That's how I know this dude. I don't know the dude. Never been his buddy or nothing. I just know of him. Know how much time he got? He at least molested 2 that they know of. But they didn't want to put the kids on the stand. I told my buddy, I don't give a fuck what your daughter says. Tell her to get up there. You need to explain to her that she's going to get up there and do this, so some other little girl doesn't have to feel how she feels someday. 3 years. That's how much they gave him, knowing that he fucked with these 2 little girls. But see, they don't care about him doing the time, because now they have him on the hook because he has to register the rest of his life, and that's all it's really about. It's about money. It's about feeding the system. Why should some fucker that's touched on you can't change like me? Ain't no matter how much time you're going to give me. I dig females. Like I'm female. That's my thing. My wife, right? These dudes that act like that, you know, you hear people say. I've seriously swear to God, I've heard people say this. I'm not even going to repeat it because it's so gross. People act like these dudes go to jail and they're there for 10 years. And, you know, well, they was only gay because they was in jail. No, they were fags before they went to jail. They were gay before they went to jail. They just had more options then. You're either, you know, like you can't change what I am attracted to. Females. You cannot change these fucking perverts that are attracted to fucking little kids. You cannot change that. There's no amount of time that's going to change that. They're going to keep doing the shit that they do. Period. And I know people will say, well, it's like free crime. No, it's not, because they shouldn't be down after the first time they do it. You touch a fucking child, your life should be ended. But I don't believe in the death penalty just for the purpose that there's that one person. There's people out there that have gotten the death penalty who was innocent. So take these fuckers, lock them up. Lock them up. That's what needs to happen. But people have been conditioned to like accept that. Like it's You know, it's okay to let this guy out of prison who killed 5 people 3 years ago because they said boo to him. It's okay that he's out of prison, but it's not okay for him to have a gun. Like, are you moron?
Watch where you're going.
Why is he out of prison? If you think that he's so dangerous he's going to hurt somebody, why is he out of prison? But I tell you why. Because in the end, it leads to everything that you're seeing happening today. It leads to censorship. It leads to gun control. It leads to further regulation of drugs and all that shit. It's all about more control down the road. Oh, but people will continue to argue their point that it's just. I think background checks for jobs should be, they're 100% bullshit. It violates your right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. If you got a background and they let your ass out of jail, we have to go with the assumption that you are reformed. A lot of dudes, but they don't. You know why they don't? They don't want that. They don't want it because of the what's it called, like the revolving door shit. Reciprocation, is that what it's called? I know a lot of people who wouldn't be in prison right now if when they got out the first time, they could have got a job right away. Like, it's hard. It's hard to get a job, you know, depending on what trade you're in, what kind of skill you have. Yeah, you get a job working at McDonald's. I get a prison today, I got a wife and 2 kids, and I get out 3 years from now. That shit ain't gonna do nothing for me. I can't feed them like going to McDonald's, so what am I gonna do? I'm gonna default to doing what I know how to do, which is what? Sell drugs, or, you know, if you're somebody else robbing people, or doing whatever it is. And that shit has to stop. It's all bullshit, guys. Like, and it all leads to something else. You know, like I said, like, you have to look at it from you know, if you default to freedom every time, you're always going to win. Okay, so drunk drivers, we talked about a minute ago. Somebody had the right to drive drunk. Yeah, sure. They also have the right to accept the consequences of what happens when they kill somebody too. I'm not willing to risk hurting somebody else, so I don't drive drinking. I used to do it all the time. Like, I used to do it more than I did. And that was wrong with me. I could have hurt somebody. Like, I'm lucky I'm not sitting in prison right now for the rest of my life for killing somebody in a DUI crash. Thankfully, I'm not. But when we say that you can't do this because you're likely to do this, when we're talking about alcohol, that same argument's now going to be used against guns. Well, we know the likelihood of you might kill somebody with this gun. I mean, it's meant to kill people. So why would you have it unless you want to kill people? So we need to take all your guns. It's about control, man. Like, this has been tried, failed, rethought out, re-implemented over and over again, dude, for hundreds of years. I know that sounds crazy. Trust me, I know it sounds crazy. For hundreds of years. And they've perfected it this time. They've perfected it. That's why you have the sheeple who support the very ones that oppress them, the ones who argue that they don't want to be free, the ones who argue that they need to be slaves. It's crazy. But they do it. And they'll continue to do it. Because they can't think for themselves. They can't think, well, wait a second, if I can tell Bob down the street he can't drink and drive, then Bob can tell me what kind of gun I can or cannot have. And that's what it boils down to. You have a nation of people now that believe society matters more than individual. Everything's about society. Well, society says, well, fuck society. Society don't own me. What?
Sausage strips.
That don't even sound good. They're hard to get jobs with felons, but people smart felons, whatever. I mean, Jesse, it is. It depends, though, man. It, like, here's the problem you run into most times. So people that become felons normally do it at a young age, before you've had time to learn any kind of, like, great life skills. So, like, if you're a construction worker, you can get a job tomorrow. You know, you can get a job tomorrow. If you're a fabricator, you can get a job tomorrow as a felon. If you're a welder, you can get a job tomorrow as a felon. Now, if you're installing security systems and you catch a felony, it's game over. You got to change your whole career up, and that's what people don't understand. But the background check shit it shouldn't even exist. It is a violation of your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. 100%. When you go to fucking jail, like the system, let's put it set aside the system's unconstitutional because that shit's never going to change because people are fucking stupid. Sorry to cuss, it pisses me off. When you go to jail, your debt is to the family, but it's no longer to the family. It's now to society. They say it's not. It's to the family. That's why we're supposed to have common law courts and shit. It's another video. When you get out, we have to assume that you're rehabilitated. Because I mean, if your sentence is 3 years, if you commit this crime, your sentence is 3 years. You paid your dues. They sentenced you to 3 years. You did every day of those 3 years. You don't owe them nothing. But now they make it to where what? You have two options. You come out of prison, like I said. Let's say that you're installing security systems, or let's say you're an armed guard. You're a cop. And you go to prison, and you get out, and now you're 35 years old. You can't go back to being a cop. So what do? I assure you, there's a lot of people that are cops right now that are selling dope because they went to they went to prison or whatever. But let's just say you're not. Let's say you're the average Joe. You're installing security cameras. Now you can't do that shit no more. What do? You go back to doing something else you know how to do, some other criminal activity or whatever, or you go to welfare. Either way, you're paying the system. Either way, you're aiding in the government bullshit.
Katie for time
in front of it. To support myself and family and to get killed by a drunk driver, that is my fault because I chose to go to work. Yeah, you could have stayed at home and grow your own food and shit. You didn't have to go to work. You chose to go to work, John. There's other ways to support your family. What you're saying is you want government to have authority over people. I'm not saying it was your fault. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, but you made the choice to get on the road when you knew, every Friday night you get on the road, there's drunk drivers. It don't stop you. Every time you get on the road to go to work, there's drunk drivers. It don't stop you. The probability of dying in a car wreck because of a drunk driver is next to nothing compared to how many people are driving drunk. I would like to know those real statistics, but there's no way to get those statistics. Look how many people go to the bar, just in your local bar, every Friday and Saturday night and drive drunk. How many accidents come from that? None, maybe one. That's the other, yeah. The risk. I mean, freedom comes at a price. It's called danger. Freedom's dangerous. It's better than peaceful slavery, though. I'm not willing to. I mean, I accept the same risk when I get on the South. Chill. I accept the same risk when I get on the road. I know when I get on the road, there's a possibility that laws don't stop people from doing shit. People, they affect you. That law saying that somebody can't drive drunk affects you. It don't affect the dude that's going to drive drunk anyway. It affects you when you drink 2 beers at that 4th of July party and then drive home. You get pulling out of the driveway, then knock your ass for a DUI. Laws don't stop people from doing stuff. If it did, like there's nobody today that doesn't shoot heroin because heroin's illegal. There's nobody today that's not raping people because raping people's illegal. There's nobody today that's not beating the fuck out of their kid because beating the fuck out of your kid's illegal. People do what they're going to do, period. The laws are just a way to further restrict you in the end. It's to control you. Oh, fuck no. I just use Fridays as an example. Like, there's drunk drivers every day of the week, man. I see them all the time. I mean, ask Christy. I caught a lady, this was a while back. Come here. I don't want to tell you, so you know I'm not lying. Christy, yes. You remember the lady that I got pulled over on 275? And I wound up having to drive her home?
Oh, yeah.
Listen, this lady was so fucked up. She was going 275 is 4 lanes of 4 lanes. She was going from guardrail to median, almost hitting them. I wound up getting around her and stopping her in the middle of the interstate. I'm like, you crazy fucking bitch. Like, you're fucked up. Yeah, you're free to go on. But I tell you what, if you park your car right there, I'll drive you home. Like, she would have killed somebody because she made a stupid fucking choice. And all the way home, I had to hear about how her old man, and this is the first time I've ever done that. So I said, there's your problem. You're going to drink and drive practice first. I'm not suggesting that people drink and drive. Like, I'm not a proponent of it. But if you're going to do it, don't drink a case of beer and try to drive. It's like throwing a 9-year-old behind a car. Freedom is much less dangerous.
I wish they had that law in here. source.
Take a
You
look
go
at
get
some
it.
of the countries that have freedom. We're always in a constant state of turmoil. Yeah, I don't disagree, Julie, but people will argue that you're wrong and I'm wrong. They'll say, well, you don't have the right to drink and drive. You can't drink and drive. You're not free to drink and drive because you drinking and driving may hurt me. Okay, I may hurt you driving to work too, sober as day. Does that mean I now can't go to work?
Look at
But
that.
it's about personal responsibility. You make the choices that put you where you're at right there in life. Doesn't matter what those choices are, right? Me, I didn't make the correct choices, so I don't own land. I'm not growing a garden. I'm not growing food. We buy our food from Kroger's. That's why I'm at Kroger's right now. Now, if you walk by me and you have some deadly flesh-eating bacteria and it jumps on me, I made the choice to be here. We shouldn't, just like with the cerveza thing. They were trying to keep people from going places without masks on. Fuck you. I ain't put a mask on and I'm still going. You made the choices that put your ass at Kroger's with me. We both made bad choices in life. That's why we're here. And now we have to accept whatever we run into. But you don't have the right to tell me I have to do something like put on a mask. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt, KX. Yeah, I mean, these phones right here are more dangerous than any drunk driver. Driving while tired is very dangerous. I suppose we should regulate sleep. Right, Julie. I fall asleep at the wheel. Listen, I used to be able to drive for that. Christy,
Yes.
I can dead fall asleep behind the wheel of a car, can't I? I can be driving down the road and just dead fall asleep.
Anywhere, and you can fall asleep anywhere.
I can fall asleep
Period.
anywhere because I don't have a sleep schedule. Like I sleep like really crazy hours. My friends call me
You
Dracula.
sleep at any time.
Some accidents, probably fell asleep a lot. Yeah, I fall asleep at stoplights, all kinds of places. Like that's why anymore, if I'm tired, they won't let me go anywhere alone. My kids got to go with me or something so they can keep me awake. I'll be driving down the interstate. Be out cold. Wake up. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Stay awake for about 3 minutes, then roll down the window, take a deep breath, look around like, oh my God, why didn't it hurt nobody? 3 minutes later. We're done a couple times. Yeah, like, so, I mean, I wouldn't say that because they probably will. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, and it probably won't happen in our lifetimes, but eventually they will regulate sleep. They'll say that, okay, we need to know that you've had 10 hours sleep before you drive so many hours. It'll be like truck drivers. You could drive 10 hours in a 24-hour period. That's what's safe. It's for everybody. And like this safety for everybody shit, I mean, we live in a socialist society today where everybody's worried about society. Society decides. And anytime I say that, people want to argue with me. If your argument about anything is, well, society says, you are a socialist. Period. Or something to that effect. Now understand, I lump socialism, Marxism, communism. I lump all that shit together. I lump it all together. Regardless. If your argument is, well, society, you don't believe in freedom. You believe society has the right to tell you what you can and cannot do. And here we are. Tires have a flat spot on them after that here. Yeah. I'm familiar with flat spots. So guys, I gotta pay for this. I want to jump off to you all have a good day. And I don't know that there's any ever fixing it. I think I really like this. Just another one thing to add to the list of shit that it's so far gone. We have so many problems in this country. We've let it go so long because of our comfort. I don't think there's ever fixing it. But if we have a chance, it's together. And it's sell shit. You got your room cleaned up?
Nope.
When you get home, you're doing that. All right, y'all. Have a safe day. Make the people fat, happy, comfortable with the strike. Yeah, no shit.